Welcome back to the Authentic Society. I'm Jayme.
I'm Maddie.
And we today are going to do a bonus episode. This is going to be different from our regular content. We're going to get funny and silly and goofy. And we're going to ask each other random silly questions.
Yeah.
So something different, but fun.
Yes.
Do you want to go first or shall I?
I can go first.
Okay.
Okay. If you had to relive an embarrassing moment every single day of your life, what one would you choose?
Oh, can I not choose one at all?
No, you have to choose one.
So like a good one?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it has to be embarrassing.
Oh, this one's embarrassing. So when I was in college, I had to take you have to take some form of PE. And so I took martial arts. Why? I don't know.
I cannot imagine you taking martial arts.
I absolutely know nothing. Like I couldn't tell you one thing.
Why did you just choose martial arts?
I don't know what the thought process of that was there. But because it sounded a lot better than running around a gym. Anyway.
Yoga. I chose yoga.
Yoga? Well, I don't know if that was offered. But I chose martial arts, and I'll never forget one of the most embarrassing times ever. I was wearing yoga pants, and we were learning how to do like a high kick, and I went to do a high kick, and my yoga pant was under my foot because you had to take off your shoes for it, and I slipped. I go to do this high kick, completely high, and I just just landed
on your back.
And it was not a subtle land. It was like everyone stop what they're doing and come check to make sure she's breathing, kind of, because it was like I went 3 feet in the air and just landed completely on my back, like a complete slip. And at like 19 years old, that was obviously devastating for my embarrassment.
Very much.
Because
did you attend class? What was your attendance like after that?
I think I actually got like an A in that class. So
he had to give you an A after that.
It was so embarrassing. It was just terrible. I think all of my embarrassing stories have to do with some type of physical activity. So that's lovely. I would not live that over and over again.
Over and over and over and over again.
So my first one was your favorite movie.
I am a Harry Potter nerd.
Look at Dylan. I'm not.
Really?
No, I've never seen all of the Harry Potter movies through.
I feel like you are or you aren't.
Yeah.
But I'm like a diehard. Like we rewatch it every year.
I've like Dylan rewatches it every year and he rewatches all of them, and so I'll come and sit and like look and stuff, but like I've never seen one all the way through. And
we're gonna have like a Harry Potter party.
And we went to
He's like nodding his head. We're going to have like butter beer and pumpkin pasties and stuff.
We went to Universal in Florida just for the Harry Potter.
Oh, 100%.
And I did enjoy that.
It's fun.
It was really fun.
Yeah. We like drove to Leesburg, Virginia for a Harry Potter like dark forest experience.
Yeah. We went on the ride and, the people had the wands and the milk beer or
butterbeer?
Butterbeer and stuff. So it was fun, but now...
Okay. What's yours?
My favorite
movie?
This is so different than yours.
That's fine.
Sex and the City.
Is that a movie or is that a TV series?
It's the TV series, and the TV series is my favorite series, and then the first movie is my favorite movie.
Okay.
It ended after the first movie.
No, they just remaked it.
In my head, it ended after the first movie because the remake is trash.
It's boring. It's bad.
No, it's just trash.
I heard that the cast members didn't get along.
Yeah, they didn't bring back one of the main ones.
Is that why it was trash?
And then they just all the character development they have put in throughout these years just crumbled. It's just trash. Terrible. I can't. I watch it because I have to. Mm-hmm. But in my head, it ended after the first movie.
That's so funny. I've never watched it. I couldn't. I've seen like clips of it every once in a while, but.
Watching Sex and the City for the first time while I was in college, my own form of therapy.
Okay. I might give it a try. What's the weirdest thing you believed as a kid?
there's a couple things. I believed in Santa if you have young ears, please turn this off. I believed in Santa till like 6th grade.
I think that's okay.
I was like 11.
We didn't have Santa growing up. My kids have it, and it's so fun.
And I was absolutely devastated. I was in middle school when I still believed in Santa.
Who told you?
Well, of course you're in middle school and that's brutal. And people are like telling.
You still believe in Santa Claus, don't you? And you're
and
like, what do you mean?
And so I like went home to my mother and said, you got to shoot me straight, Sherry. Is Santa real? And she was like, no. And I was like, you've lied. My whole childhood is a lie.
That's why I really struggle with like not telling my kids because I'm worried about that.
I was devastated.
Did you get over it? Did you trust her again?
I trusted her again, and I think
it's the magic.
I would never trade not knowing about Santa because that was half the magic, right? That's half the fun. It was so fun. But yeah, I believed in Santa forever. You didn't have Santa?
I was never raised with Santa.
What did you believe in? Did you believe in magic and stuff like that then when you were young? Oh, that's sad. I believed in the Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy.
We didn't do a lot of the holidays for a while.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like the Easter Bunny would come and he would hide our baskets. So when we got up and we would have to find our baskets around the house.
I accidentally spoiled the Tooth Fairy for my children the other day because they were like, is the Easter Bunny real or is it you and Dad? And it's always like Ben, Caleb, and I just, the Easter Bunny wasn't something that we were diligent about. And I was like, it's Daddy and I. And Axel goes, what about the Tooth Fairy? And I was like, it's us. And Axel goes, what? And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry.
See, I didn't believe in the Tooth Fairy and the Easter Bunny as long as I did Santa.
Yeah.
But like logically that makes no sense.
Yeah.
Because if one imaginary creature is not real, then you can assume all of them aren't.
So there's so much tech now that like makes it too. So like you can watch Santa's sleigh go through the world, and so like Axel does that, and you can call Santa.
Yeah, but you can also Google. I wonder what Google tells you.
I don't know. My kids don't have the wherewithal yet.
I know, but like back in the day at 11 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, 11-year-olds.
Does Santa exist?
Would assume they could Google.
I don't remember.
Or TikTok. Or something.
TikTok now, but hopefully 11-year-olds don't have TikTok.
You would be surprised.
Oh.
You would be surprised. Okay. Who is your celebrity crush?
James McAvoy.
Who is that?
Have you ever seen Chronicles of Narnia?
Yes.
He's a fawn. He's also in It. Split. Thank you.
He's your celebrity crush?
Totally.
He always plays a crazy man.
No, he didn't before. For a long time, he didn't, though. He's just started playing which is genius if you think about it, because he used to be kind of a heartthrob, and then he started diversifying himself.
Have you seen his newest movie? The scary one?
No, I've heard it's crazy, though.
It's so good.
But he's so buff in it.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. But he's so crazy that it's hard to be like, this is attractive.
I also like Travis Flamel. He is in the Vikings. He plays the show Vikings. And Charlie Hunnam.
Don't know who that is either.
Sons of Anarchy.
I think that's a lot common. I've heard a lot of Sons of Anarchy people like him.
Charlie Hunnam.
Yeah.
He's also in like the newer Guy Ritchie, King Arthur.
Oh. Okay.
You're like, I haven't seen that.
I know none of these.
Okay, who are yours?
Okay, so my first and most controversial one is, and this is like back in the day, not him now, but back in the day, Nicolas Cage.
Oh, okay. I don't think that's controversy.
See?
Back in the day,
National Treasure does something to me.
Mm-hmm.
And recent ones, this is a young one, but like Jacob Elordi.
You don't know who that is.
He played Elvis in one of the movies. He played Elvis in Priscilla.
Okay, I didn't. Austin Butler's the only one I saw. The Elvis one.
He is.
What's his name?
He is fine too. Jacob Elordi.
Jacob Lordy. Elordi.
He is so fine. He is so fine.
Is he gonna be like really young?
No, I think.
I know who he is. Okay,
I think he's our age. I don't think he's like super young.
Okay.
Yeah,
totally.
That man is a fine specimen, and I'm like,
he was in Euphoria.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never watched it. My sister told me.
Me either. I should because I'm such a Jacob Elordi fan.
You should, because I heard he's kind of an a-hole in it.
Yeah, which probably will make me love him more. I love the assholes. And do you watch The Outer Banks?
No.
Drew Starkley, he plays Rafe. He is another celebrity crush, but with the buzz cut. That man is so fine.
With the buzz cut.
Yeah, not with the long hair. He has to have the buzz cut.
If someone narrated your life, who would you want to voice, like, as your voice actor, and why?
Elle Woods. So Reese Witherspoon, but specifically in the Elle Woods voice. And I think it explains for myself.
Yeah, I think it does too.
That's it. What about you?
Snap. Bend and snap.
She taught a lot of really good lessons in that movie.
The bend and snap being one?
Yes. Or that orange is not the new pink.
Oh, yeah.
I love orange, but it's not the new pink.
This is Bruiser Woods.
Yeah. What about you? Who would you?
Anthony Hopkins.
Is that a boy?
It is. It's a man. He's older.
Wouldn't you get a woman?
To narrate my life?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. If I was to do Kate Beckinsale.
I hope people know who you're talking about.
You don't know who Kate Beckinsale is?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Who is it? Who does she play?
She's
we have such different views.
We're just different people. Oh, I'm sorry. Not Kate Beckinsale. I lied. Kate Blanchett. Do you know who she is?
No.
Okay.
It sound like you know where she is. I've never seen that woman in my entire life.
Have you ever seen The Curious Case of Benjamin Button?
Yes, but long time ago.
She's the main character.
Oh.
She's like...
She does not look like that in that.
Well, that's because she's a little bit older here. She's in Ocean's 8. She's in Lord of the Rings. She's in Don't Look Up. She's in The Aviator, The New Cinderella, which is also very good.
Nope.
Robin Hood.
None.
Mowgli.
Absolutely none.
We're showing how different we are here. Okay.
No idea.
Kate Beckinsale. Kate Blanchett is in action show. She's in like...
Your narration would probably have a lot more serious tone than mine would. I think my narration of life should be a comedy.
Okay. That's fair. Maybe mine should be a comedy. I don't know. I just like her voice. Anthony Hopkins, I like his voice a lot.
Window seat or aisle seat on a plane?
Oh, window. I get motion sick so bad.
So do I, and aisle helps me so much better.
Really?
I can't view the sky like that going. I can't.
I have to look out the window as we take off and land.
I take Dramamine. I have a perfect concoction for a flight.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I won't say it on here because it'll look frowned upon. But
it will be frowned upon.
I'm an aisle seat girl. I don't like feeling claustrophobic.
If I have my kids, like if it's me and Caleb with our kids, usually we'll both take the aisle. Because then like a kid on each side or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Window seat.
I love the window seat. If I'm flying by myself, 100% the window seat.
100% the aisle.
Okay. Have you ever flown first class?
No. Have you?
I have.
Well.
So if you buy your ticket early, a lot of times if you you'll get offered to upgrade if you have points.
Who'd you fly first class with?
American.
I think that depends because, some first classes are wah-wah.
Yeah. I think American has good first class, but because I have a card with them and I have points, they'll offer it to you.
I'm a Frontier Southwest baby.
Frontier makes me stabby because by the end of it all, you've paid as much as you've paid any other airline.
I know. They get you, right?
They get you because you're like, oh, it's only
But I'm also the type of girl,
$150.
I will, if I'm going on a 2-day trip, I will shove it all in a backpack and call it my personal item.
Yeah. Now, after having children, I don't go on 2-day trips. That ain't happening. But before kids, 100% Caleb and I were Frontier people.
Yeah. Shove it all in a backpack and call it a day.
Yeah. If Caleb and I are flying, almost always are our children flying with us. Mm-hmm. And at that point, we're dropping some money.
Well, yeah. You got how many bags?
Yeah. And I'm like,
personal items.
Car seats.
God,
I want to be able to have the seats that recline because if the kids fall asleep, I want to be able to push them back.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably princessy of me, but I'll take it. It's okay.
Luxuries.
But when I fly by myself, because I have so many points with them, they'll
upgraded sometimes?
they'll just offer, like, if there's like nobody there, they'll say, hey, do you want to upgrade? I'm like, great.
Hell yeah. Leave them kids
Hell
in
yeah, I
coach.
do. Oh, I don't usually, if I'm flying by myself.
I'm kidding.
If it's all of us,
I would look at Caleb.
No,
Bye.
bye. Have fun.
I'm upgraded.
Yeah. Oh. All right, my turn.
Yeah.
What's the most awkward date you've ever been on?
So many.
So many. You've been on that many awkward dates?
I think all first dates are pretty awkward.
Okay, that's fair. What's the weirdest one you've ever been on?
One time, I mean, I don't know if this is awkward. One time, and this is the only thing I'm thinking of, and this, I'm sure I have a million more that are better stories than this. But one time, when I was in Raleigh, like right out of college, and me and Dylan were on our hiatus, I did a lot of like online dating, like Hinge and stuff. I never did Tinder, but
Hinge and Tinder are the same thing.
Hinge is a lot more upscale than Tinder.
I would beg to differ.
It used to be.
Okay.
I mean, you have to think this is like 5 years ago. Used to be. And that was like when Hinge just first came out. Anyway, I went on a date with this guy and he took me to TGI Fridays, which I thought was like, interesting choice. Because it's like TGI Fridays, but you know, it's like equivalent going to like a Chili's, but it's like pop off.
I don't know. He's going to take you to food.
I love Chili's, right? And, you know, so very good looking. I did not realize that he was bald until we got on the date and took his hat off. So that's the thing about online dating. And there's nothing wrong with being bald, but I think that's the
Kayla's
thing.
mantra is bald is beautiful.
Bald is beautiful. Bald is beautiful. Overall, it generally was just like a really awkward date because
it started with him taking his hat off and you weren't expecting him to be bald.
I was like, wow, this is a surprise. But no judge. He was still good looking. I mean, bald men can be very attractive. So it wasn't that. He's very good looking. It was just, I don't know. This isn't a great story, but we started talking about, we really did not have anything in common.
And I think that's when it's really awkward when you have nothing.
We had nothing in common. He didn't live here. He was like in town for work. And so it was like, we both knew at the end of the day, like, we'll never see each other again.
Yeah. Have a good time. Have a good life.
Yeah. But
do you think that the men should pay or women should pay on a date?
I think it's very gentlemanly if you are a man and pay. I think that wins me over a ton because I think it shows that you care and value the date you're on, and it's not like you're just looking for
company.
Yeah. But also if you're like newfound, worldly, girly, I can pay my own bills. Good for you if you want to pay. I'm like, hey, let me see if I can get a free meal out of this, you know? Did Caleb pay on your first date?
Yes.
Where was your first date with Caleb?
Olive Garden.
Hey.
It wasn't really planned. It was just kind of like it happened.
Hey, Olive Garden slaps.
It does slap.
It's good as shit.
It is good.
I would have been happy with that.
That was 10 years ago too, though.
It's better than TGI Fridays.
I don't know. They're both pretty good. A date's a date, I think.
Okay.
First off, it's your first date, you know. Second off, do you really want to dump that much money into a first date?
No.
And you want it to not be super formal because you're getting to know each other.
My favorite kind of first date is drinks, though.
Okay.
I remember
I was not 21 yet.
I rather had a guy that took me out to like a rooftop bar for our first date and we just had drinks.
It was fun.
Yeah, because I think it's a good exit strategy.
Some of my brother's first date strategy is coffee. Because if you like each other, then you can ask her for drinks later that night.
I think a sit-down meal is a lot of pressure.
That's what. So it's like, I understand TGI Fridays or like some are casual. It's like, there's a lot less pressure.
Yeah, because if you go and get drinks at like a bar or something, you can both grab a drink, both pay for it. It's like, you're just more getting to know each other.
Yeah.
And then I don't have to eat in front of you. I'm judging what you're ordering. You're judging what I'm ordering.
Well, then it's like, who pays?
What if I chew with my mouth open? You know, what if are they
thing to know on the first date?
Are they getting a glass of wine, or is it just, am I going to look like a boozy?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But coffee's good too. I like the coffee
Coffee's
one.
easy.
Mm-hmm.
And then like usually if it's a bad day, you can be like, hey.
Does that one brother
I gotta
have like
go.
a certain coffee spot?
Oh, there's multiple brothers that do that.
They just have like certain coffee
I
spot.
haven't probably. I haven't really asked them about it. They just like, I took a girl to coffee and I'm like, really? How'd it go?
That's good. That's a good first date.
Yeah. Solid.
Yeah. All right, my turn. Would you rather be invisible or be able to read people's minds?
I think invisible.
And you can shut it off and on whenever you want.
I think invisible because I think reading people's minds would be too much work.
I don't want to know what's in people's
Yeah.
minds. I barely want to be in my own head.
Well, and it's like, that's too much work and then there's too much pressure. And it's like, first off, if I'm in your head and I'm hearing all your thoughts, how am I going to like take a moment to clear my own head?
Or look at you the same. There are all things we think that we would never say out loud to another human.
Yeah.
Intrusive thoughts, man. They
Yeah.
always.
That's a thing.
I argue with myself in my head. Stop it.
Yeah. Intrusive thoughts is a real thing.
Yeah. I think I'd be invisible too.
Yeah.
I would love to scare Dylan. That would be like my best thing in the entire universe is that I could be invisible and I could just scare him all the time.
My kids are really into that right now. It's
like
really
I would
funny.
sneak up the stairs and like be invisible and just scare the piss out of him. That would just
Get you?
that would make my day.
Do you guys scare each other?
Yes.
Oh, okay. He's
all the
laughing
time.
like, yeah.
And I was taught, my dad used to scare us all the time. And I've done it to all my roommates in college
so
and stuff.
fun.
My first freshman year roommate, shout out to Rachel. Poor Rachel, she would tell you all the time that I would just constantly scare her. And she was so easy to be scared. And I enjoyed it profusely.
It's like those reels of those grandmas that like jump for nothing.
We do it to each other all the time.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So invisible.
Oh.
Just so I could scare people.
What is your most irrational fear that you never admit if I didn't ask?
The first one coming to mind, not really irrational, but like the ocean
The ocean is pretty scary.
and not knowing what's in the ocean and like how deep the ocean is. Like when people on TikTok show you like deep down under ocean, that makes me scared.
I have always been told, and I don't know if this is true, I've never fact checked it, but Christine used to say to me, we know more about the
Moon.
than we do the ocean.
Yeah. The ocean, like even watching people like scuba dive and stuff freaks me out.
Well, we've even found life on other planets or signs of life on other planets, and we don't even know what's under.
Like the submarine? What was the thing that exploded?
Oh, yeah.
Remember that debacle? That
Yeah, so
irrationally put fear of God in me, even though I would never willingly put myself in that tank.
That's so sad. That was scary.
Yeah. What about you?
An irrational fear for me.
Yeah. I don't know if the ocean's irrational. I think a lot of people are scared of the ocean, but
I think like right now, so it changes. Right now, it's like I'll be on our property or something and a bear will get me.
yeah.
I don't know if that's irrational, but like where Caleb and I used to live in Wyoming, grizzly bears are prevalent and grizzly bears will just attack.
That's
and
so scary.
They're scary.
Have you ever seen the documentary about the bear man? The grizzly bear man?
Scary.
He lived with bears. Like he was one of those people that like believed he was like part animal, basic. You know, the people that are like,
Oh, they found him and
they love champions, you know, the chimp people or like Tiger King. Shout out Tiger King. He's my friend.
You're friends with the Tiger King?
Yes. Me and Joe go way back. He
No, you
follows me
don't.
on Instagram. Yes, we interviewed him. For someone basic. We
that.
We follow each other on Instagram.
Isn't
Joe?
he in jail?
Yes, but I still talk to him.
Do you think Carol Baskins did it?
Did what? Kill her
Kill her
husband? Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah, I think allegedly, or she had something to do with it. But there was a grizzly bear movie with a guy that like lived in the wild. Like he gave up everything to live in the wild to like live with the grizzly bears, and he like documented it all with him and his girlfriend.
Did he die?
They killed him and they got it all on tape.
Probably.
Watch it. I don't know what it's called. Watch it. It's such a good documentary.
That's an irrational. Now you just like it heightened my irrational fear.
Actually, big animals are irrational fears. Like orcas. Like, have you ever seen the SeaWorld documentary? What's it called? Blackfin?
Oh, those poor bait. Those fish should not be in there.
Orcas, grizzlies, chimpanzee,
Moose.
tigers. Why do you want to get close to a naturally born predator animal? That's an irrational fear.
Okay, like people get close to moose thinking they're all cute. Moose are as dangerous as grizzly bears.
I don't even want to see an orca though. It makes me that scared. And I feel so bad for them.
You're
Let
not gonna
them
do
go.
the
Let
SeaWorld
them
thing?
go. No, I'll
That is so sad.
I'll never support SeaWorld.
Yeah.
Screw you, SeaWorld.
Okay, your turn.
Biggest pet peeve.
When we're eating dinner with somebody and they like start licking their fingers and you can hear which has been really hard, like, because I have kids and they lick their fingers and then you can hear that.
Or just hearing people eat in general.
Well, and you can hear the licking of the fingers. I don't know. Poor Dylan.
Dylan's a heavy breather, man. And I'm like, shut up.
I feel bad for him because we're sitting here like this and he like edits our sound and it's like.
He's so over listening to me talk by the end of these days and like in general.
He just,
and
comes down and he's like.
He comes down from editing and I'm like, what's wrong? And he was like, I just need a minute. I'm like, this probably might not have been like the best thing for our marriage. He's tired of me. My irrational fear, pet peeve. I have so many. I feel I come up with a new one every day, but I will say, and these are all on Dylan. He picks at his fingers and he chews on his nails and stuff. I can't.
I do it.
I can't stand hearing it. All right, let's do one more. I love to know this. Do you talk to yourself? Like when you're alone?
I think I like rehearse conversations.
Out loud?
No.
Do you talk to yourself out loud?
No.
Ever?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Maybe if I'm doing math. Like if I'm working out a problem in my head that I don't have like a piece of paper on or something and I'm losing. Maybe. Do you?
All the time.
Really?
I don't need anybody to have a conversation. I got me and myself.
You could talk to a wall.
I literally talk to myself, especially in the car.
About what?
Like things I gotta do this today, and then I gotta do that, and then God, I forgot to tell Dylan to do that. I gotta do this and stuff like that.
Sometimes I'll mouth it, but I don't say it out loud.
Oh, I do. And Laura, I look in the mirror and be like, I gotta do this next and make sure I get my blush.
That's so funny.
Or like when I'm getting dressed, I don't like these jeans on me. Jayme, what are you doing today? Get it together.
No.
All the time. You really don't? Fascinating. I think there should be a study on people that talk to themselves.
Let's look up. What does it mean if you can if you talk to yourself? I want to know this now.
That you're crazy. I don't know. My mom does it too. I'll hear her.
Maybe that's why my mom doesn't talk to herself. Maybe it's like a learned experience.
Maybe.
Processing thoughts and emotions, enhancing focus, emotional support. Self-talk can be a form of self-soothing, especially during challenging times. Encouraging phrases like, you've got this and it'll be okay, can boost your resilience. Practicing conversations, rehearsing conversations or scenarios aloud can help you prepare for more important interactions. Problem solving.
I don't self-soothe myself. I usually say, get it the fuck together.
When might this become concerning? Well, self-talk is usually harmless. It could indicate stress, loneliness, or a deeper issue if it's excessive, disruptive, or involves hearing voices. That is serious. That others don't hear. In such cases, seeking guidance from a mental health professional can help. Thanks, Google AI.
I think it's the second one. I need to seek help. Please let us know in the comments if you talk to yourself.
That would be hilarious.
I really don't think I'm alone on that.
I don't think so. I know a lot of people who talk to themselves.
Does Caleb?
No.
Do your children?
Axel does.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Evie's a little bit here or there.
Yeah. So I wonder if Axel will grow up and continue to talk to
Axel
himself.
used to sit on the couch and like hum to himself and like
That's interesting.
sing notes to himself.
Dylan does. Dylan whistles all the time.
That's funny. I can't whistle.
And I will literally be like, shut up. I can't think when he's whistling. Like if
You have
I'm like
to, like,
on my
think-
computer doing something and he's whistly happy-go-lucky, I'm like, shut up.
Okay, this is a serious question.
Okay.
When you think, have I asked you this before? I think I have. Do you think in pictures or in words?
Pictures.
Pictures?
Yeah. I'm a visual learner though, and I think that's why.
I'm also like a think in pictures person. Like if you're describing something to me, it'll come out in my head. Like there's a picture and it will be added on.
Everything's a movie to me.
Mm-hmm.
I see
And that's why I
life
was
in like a movie.
Show me what they look like. When you're telling me a story about somebody, I'm like, I got to see what they look like.
Do people think in words?
Yeah. My mom thinks in words.
Isn't that crazy? That we all
think differently.
This is interesting. Do you look at like the alphabet or the days of the month or the year? Do they all have a color?
Yeah.
Yeah. And like an order in your head.
Yeah.
My order and people won't see this on Spotify or Apple, but my order is straight across like this. And it goes January, February, March, April, May. And it goes down the line. And it's just one straight line. And they're up and down and they have colors.
Yeah.
And then the same for my days.
So maybe a visual
and the same
learner.
for my numbers. And they all have colors. What color is Monday to you?
Blue.
Me too!
Is that a calendar? It might be a calendar for our
What about
child.
Tuesday?
It's red.
Oh, mine's yellow.
Oh, okay.
What about Wednesday?
Green.
Okay. Wednesday's a little tough for me because it's more of like a royal blue to me.
Oh, okay.
And then Thursday's dark green.
Okay.
What about Friday?
Friday's yellow.
See, Friday's black.
I don't know. But I also like when I think it's like Jan, Feb, Ape, like Mar.
What color's November to you?
Red.
Really?
Yeah, what's yours?
Burnt orange.
So it's probably
like a
that, 'cause it's
dark
like
orange.
Yeah.
A
darkish red.
October is like bright orange, like a pumpkin orange.
Yeah.
And then September is like a burgundy red.
And December is green.
Always.
Always.
And January's blue.
Yeah. February's
February's
like a
pink.
light blue.
Pink.
No, dude, light blue. January
Pink.
is
Valentine's Day.
Do you think of your days of the week, months, and not years, months in colors?
Yeah.
I'd love to know in the comment section.
Yes. Let us know if you talk to yourself. I think it's a sign of being a genius. And let us know what color is your months and days of the week. Because I think that's interesting because everybody has different colors and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I do believe it's because of like calendars we saw as kids.
Growing up.
Especially
visuals.
like my number line is like, you know, in schools they have the numbers and they all had a color. I think that like is built into your brain.
Yeah. And it's not always consistent. Like the numbers aren't always consistent, but they're colorful.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't tell you, like some days one is green and some days one is red.
See, one is always blue to me, and I think that's because it's at the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Like Monday's blue, January's blue, one's blue.
Oh, okay. January is like a dark blue.
January is like a light blue to me, like a snowflake blue. Interesting.
All right. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you
Next time.